Hello everyone, we're back playing Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke today. Last time out, we beat Fantina, 0 deaths. I mean, we did lose a lot of the boys to Jupiter's Stunk Tank with Night Slash. But you know, we made up for them. We lost these boys and the Bidoof, but we got some good ones. We got like Excellence there, Eevee's here. Ralts potentially could be on the team. It evolves. I believe Gardevoir's level 30, but so it might not be the best. I believe the level cap for the next gym is. I'm trying to think what it is now. Actually, I believe it is 28. I'm not certain on that, but I am fairly confident. I think I'm not that worried about Maylene. I think we have enough in the party to beat Maylene. If I can get like Darwin to be an Espeon, we can clean out Maylene and then use Gyarados to basically slap Lucario about like it's nobody's business. Okay, and then we need some sort of counter to Crash Awake, who has a Floatzel, who is very, very awkward to go against. I am considering going with Nala and putting her on the team. One, because we've got a Grass type that can slam his Quagsire in Grottle. He's going to have the Ground type by then probably. But, you know, we'll go with it. So I'm thinking of leveling up Nala. What I will do is I'll take Excellent out of the party. That's not a good idea. And I think we'll put in Glider just for the levels, because what we've got to do now is we've got a battle against our rival coming up first. So we need to plan this out. I'm just trying to think of what items we want to give everybody. We use the 2 items there. We're keeping the Super on Darwin. I believe I want Darwin to level up and evolve at level 29, which that could be an issue. Hopefully it won't be. I can friendship grind. Maybe we should be okay from there. So, anyway, we need to give Nala the EXP share, because that's what I'm going with. Only problem with Shinx and Luxray is it is quite slow. But hopefully it can just do a hell of a lot of damage against the Floatzel, so we don't need to worry. Okay, and then everybody else will give you the Quick Claw. Give Gyarados the Shell Bell because he's the hardest hitter of them all. Or do we want to give it like something else? I don't know. We will give you the Shell Bell for now. And we will give we'll give you the amulet coin, why not? She's gonna pop off with a Staravia. I think we trade Intimidates and I instantly switch out into Gyarados and debuff her twice. I just gotta be careful as well, like I said, the level cap is 28 now. I'll just have a check once we're in the battle of that. Oh. But we should be okay, I believe. So, I've got Staravia up first. I believe he is going to put his Staravia in. Darwin's here, Glider's here, Nala's getting the levels. I'm feeling fairly confident about this battle. Although I do know that it can have a couple things go wrong. There he is. Okay, and let's do it. And I'll have a quick look up after we get into the battle.
Huh. Ta-da! Kept me waiting, Alex. Let's see how much tougher you've gotten and I've gotten right here, right now. Hey, you're a trainer now. You expected to be ready for a battle. No whining, no waiting. Let's get the show started.
Yeah, this battle in Diamond and Pearl is actually at the in. Nala is under level, but it's because I've not been using it. You know, we're gonna grind for the 4th gym. We'll get her there. All I want to do now is trade Intimidates, and then I go switch into Gyarados. Although Gyarados could be potentially used for another. I'm just trying to think what's the best port of call here. I think we wanna swap out with Intimidates because I'm pretty sure he has a Roselia, and that's gonna be used for That's going to be what Avril takes out. Oh, do not start this. If I get done in by double team strats again. Here we go. Thank you. Okay, and come on, I need you to hit this for me. That is bad. That is a problem. I did a lot more than I thought it would. Come on. I don't think this will kill, but it might still be close. Yeah. Okay. Not what I wanted to start off, but I think we're going to go for it. I'm just going to have to risk Avril here. Yeah, wing attack. I've debuffed you 3 times. This shouldn't be doing as much damage as it should. I could get away with a whirlwind. Does whirlwind have an accuracy thing on it? Or should I just go for the damage? Whirlwind is an actual strategy here. That is an out. I think I want to go for the pluck though. And we'll... Oh, this is awkward because it keeps endeavoring me. And like, I got rid of endeavor because it is an awkward move. Hopefully this should kill. And it does. Good for me. And only problem now is, have we got something for his Monferno? We don't really... It's okay. It's just one of those things. Weasel's an awkward one, but we can get away with it just by switching out into Everest. Hopefully, it's got Pursuit. It shouldn't do that much, I don't think. Okay, and it's made me... So I can't switch out there. This could be some steering. Okay, you're quite a physical attacker. I think I might curse here. We're up a couple of defense buffs. Hopefully we can get a few curses off and then start sweeping through his team, hopefully, because Monferno is quite the physical attacker. Now he's going to start water gunning, which we expected. That's not doing a lot bit more. It's one of those. And we'll just keep cursing for now. I don't see any problem at the moment. I mean, it's just going to be one of those where I'm going to have to just keep charging up stuff. Oh, sorry about that. Just a little bit of a problem there. Anyway, we're on 4 curses. I think I want to go for probably want to go for the max. Just to be sure that if I do have to go into a Monferno, that I can take a flame wheel and not die, provided it's not a crit. Also, you've got stuff like Weasel and... Right. It's not Weasel, Roselia, which can use Poison Sting, stuff like that. And I agree, Platinum is I think it is my favourite Pokemon game. I would say it's far better than... Oh, well, I wouldn't say it's far better, I'd say it is better than playing the remakes. Just because it sorts out a lot of the problems that... sorts out a lot of the problems that Diamond and Pearl had, like, it adds more fire types, it gives you a lot of those evolutions that you couldn't get in the game because they're not, you know, the like stuff like Togekiss and you know other evolutions like that. Okay, Monferno's in. We're buffed. This is going to be interesting. He's going to go for the Flame Wheel. I think we should be able to live this. Yep, we do. Hopefully he doesn't have Ember. Ember's the big move I'm worried about. But this should kill. Yep. All that's friendship grinding with the Soothe Bell paying off. Now there's only Roselia. Roselia's got Poison Sting. I don't think she has anything else, which I'm pretty sure Poison Sting's physical, so we should just be able to do this as well. So he has Mega Drain. Interesting. Okay. I agree with that. Emerald, I have not played Black and White 2, but I've heard everyone really likes them. Because they basically sort out, like, much like Diamond and much like Platinum, it solves the previous game's problems or issues that it had. Like, I like Black and White. The only problem with it is there's just a lot of the Pokemon I don't like, and that's why I'm always apprehensive.
Wow, it goes to show my surefire winning strategy doesn't work. Say hey, Alex.
Didn't see that because I might have pressed the button preemptively.
Make sure all your attacks hit. Avoid every enemy attack. I thought that was a wicked strategy, but it doesn't work worth beans. I guess I have to grind it out and toughen up a bit in time. Right, I'm off to Solaceon Town. You'll be shocked by my growth the next time we meet.
Yeah, Black and White, I actually really like the story and the story of that game. It's just a lot of the Pokemon I didn't like design-wise. So I'm like, if I don't like the Pokemon that I'm playing with, what's the point? Like, oh, don't get me started on Sword and Shield. I played them, but I was just, eh. I put them down. To me, they were, I have a weird relationship with that game. So I liked it, but I was just, it wasn't, you know, I would much rather play something like Ruby or Sapphire, one of the older Pokemon games, than actually play, okay, we need to be giving Darwin some time. I've not played Let's Go. I was meaning to buy it, but I've never got around to it. What's the actual differences in Let's Go?
Let's see how much you've raised your Pokemon.
Okay, and Badoo. Trying to think what it's got. It's got Poison Point, Absorb, Growth. Okay, and there should be no good problems. Not big problems. That just gives me Insomnia as ability instead of adaptability. So now it's going to survive. I don't know. I had a friend who had it, and she was like, it's okay. But I'd much rather play Fire Red and Leaf Green. I've got that nostalgia kit for that game because it's the first ever Pokemon game I played on my own and completed. Like, if you like, there's a on the channel I've already streamed like a Nuzlocke of Fire Red and Leaf Green. I didn't do myself justice there, to be honest. I should have got a lot farther. It's just stupid routine mistakes from me on that Nuzlocke. But like, I have a lot of nostalgia and time for Fire and Leaf Green just because I have so many memories of, you know, struggling to get through Rock Tunnel, learning, you know, all the little bits in that game that you don't really somewhat forget or over time. And then the additional stuff they put onto it, you know, like after you complete the game and you can go to more of the islands, you know, all the stuff with like the Team Rocket extra stuff, but those additional things I think are a nice touch. Yeah, but it is the first gen, you have to think about that. There's a reason that Kanto is the way it is. I mean, I don't think it's... I would take Kanto over Johto, personally. Just because I'd rather play through Fire and Leaf Green than Gen 2. Because it's just Gen 2, the problems with the level, with like the level curve and are just... I love the design of Gen 2. Even in Gold and Silver, I think like... Yeah, you can clearly see the style change from Kanto, but there's just big problems with Gen 2 with the level curve and the amount of Pokemon. Like, I think by the time you beat Claire, and she's rocking level 40s, you can still get like I think you're looking at high level 20s, low level 30 Pokemon in the wild. Okay. Yeah, it's when they said that BDSP was going to be a faithful remake, I was a bit apprehensive. So I was like, oh, there's a reason that they made Platinum. There were problems with that game that they needed to fix. So I was... But to be fair, I actually don't mind some of the things they sort of fix with, like, I guess the Underground is a sort of way of fixing lack of fire types, because you can get stuff like Houndoom under the Houndoom there. And get other stuff. Like, I've got a Munchlax on mine that I've evolved into a Snorlax. I did not get any Paralyzed Heals or healing items. Yeah, they took it a bit too seriously. Like, I don't know. It is what it is. I wish they would have, you know, to me, Pokemon, when they do remake a game, it's not really... I'm trying to think how to put it into words. The remakes they do tend to have additional stuff added onto it. So, like you say, when they made Fire Red and Leaf Green, it had the Sevi Islands. When they made, you know, when they remade Heart Gold and Soul Silver, okay, that's probably the closest one to remake, but they still added little touches like the Safari Zone and that. And then, you know, a few other things that they changed up. Generation 3, you obviously had Mega Evolutions. I don't think Kanto is almost as easy as Gala. It depends on, if you talk about Let's Go, because I've not played it, I couldn't give you my opinion. But if you're talking about like Fire Red Leaf Green, I think no, Gala's pretty easy compared to Kanto. I think there's definitely points in Kanto where, like, say if you're playing a Nuzlocke, stuff is there is like certain challenges. But if you're just playing the initial game, I can see where you're coming from. Game we can't fight. Oh, actually, no, I can fight that dude if I just change the time. Is it morning? I think you can fight them. Okay, and now we should be able to fight this dude. I believe he's probably gonna have Staravia. I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, is it one of these where I have to go in and out of the route before I challenge him? Yeah, I wouldn't say Fire Red's easy. I'd say it's a good starting for a Pokemon game, though. Like, if you want to get into Pokemon, I'd say Fire Red's quite a good game to start off on. I jog every morning to keep my Pokemon fit. The only problem with getting into the older games, starting, or going to the new games, then going to the older games now. Oh, he has a Luxio. Okay, that's interesting. It's harder to go... Okay, and that was scary. I thought that was a crit, and that was not. Luxio is actually fairly decent. It doesn't have Pursuit. I'm pretty confident it doesn't have Pursuit. I think there are definitely easier games to go into than when you're starting Pokemon games, though. Like, I don't know. Okay, maybe... I'm thinking about for what I'm doing now, like Nuzlocke. If you want to Nuzlocke a game, I'd say Fire Red is, if you want to try out that strategy or try out things. Fire Red is a very easy game you can try out a Nuzlocke for. I'd say something like, a harder game to Nuzlocke would be something like, well, I know Ultra Sun and Moon has moments that can be awkward. Especially with the Z moves, if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, that's true. I'll agree with you there. But I think we can all agree that Pokemon games over the last couple of years have been, you know, especially like Sword and Shield and then this game, they are getting easier to the point where like I didn't heal it. God damn it, I keep forgetting to get healing items. I just went to the center, didn't I? Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because like they're making games, or for someone like me who wants to do Nuzlockes of those games, it makes me less thing to play them because I'm like, well, they're already easy, so I have to work harder to actually. You have to work harder to sort of keep under level cap with certain Pokemon. Sometimes, so like, and the amount of Pokemon they give you, like especially in the wild area, I can't speak for I don't know if some of the one shot on the totem Pokemon. I thought the totem Pokemon were actually I can't speak for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon because I can't remember a good amount of them. I can remember Moon because I played it more recently. Where some of like the totem Pokemon can be a bit annoying and can, if you're not thinking what you're doing, sometimes they can take out like a couple of Pokemon in a Nuzlocke. And we're tough because we battle together. We're gonna crunch and munch you all up. I think the big one I'm thinking of right now is Wishy-Washy, and maybe, is it Lurantis? I can't remember the name, the like Mantis grass type in I can't remember if I think it's Sun I was playing. Like most Nuzlocks don't, I'm not saying they're run killers, but most Nuzlocke end or start to go downhill when you make one big error, and that big error won't hurt you initially, it will hurt you down the line. So, because say you lose 2 Pokemon in this one battle, okay, and you've lost these 2 Pokemon, you've got through. But the bigger problem is, oh, that's interesting. I should probably switch out here. I'm only going to get the XP from for Darwin, so I may as well just switch into Everest and go with a pluck on Mime Jr. Yeah, what I was saying basically, if you make one error on one battle with a totem Pokemon, it won't end the run initially, but because you've not got those Pokemon later on in the run, it can cause you issues in other in other battles. Well, that's what I've noticed anyway. Interesting, you didn't go for the flying type. Go for that and go back to Darwin, just so we're not taking a rock throw to the face. I think, to be fair, if you're getting to the late game of Nuzlocke, you tend to be well equipped by that point because you've been through a lot of routes, you've done a lot of things, and you've got the you're well equipped by that point to actually deal with most types. So probably why you're saying like the last trial was the easiest totem, it probably makes sense because by that point you're probably well equipped. You find, like, I find that in Nuzlocke, these games, the early and mid game tend to be a lot more interesting than the late game until like the big champion fight, because you're a lot less equipped. Like Fantina, because you have a restricted amount of Pokemon you can get, there's only so many strategies that can work where you can survive and do all 3 Pokemon, and keep all 3 Pokemon. I didn't go. I didn't go to the thing again, did I? I need to go to the Pokemon to get items. Remember.
Hi, I'm a Pokemon.
Okay, fair enough. I'll agree with you there then. If you can just one-shot that last Pokemon without over-leveling, that's on the par. Maybe it's because I'm thinking about it from a perspective where, because I'm doing these games, I tend to still make it a challenge. And I tend to like cap myself, so I'm always I'm always fighting an uphill battle with big battles. So like with gym leaders, I'm always against it. And maybe that's why I'm thinking it's a bit easy. Great, paralyzed and confused. Going to Everest. I need to actually take a look at the... Go into a return, because Pichu is weak. Whilst we get static, we always get static. Yeah, level 28 is the level cap, so I should be very wary of using Everest. It's just I don't have a good counter for the electric types. And I don't have paralysis heals, so I'm going back to Heart Home, and I should remember this time to get heals and potions. We're not going to get an encounter right away. What I want to do is I can go get the encounter right away with you have Chansey, you have Duskull. I want to go to the Lost Tower first, get the Duskull, and then come here and get the Chansey. Which also means I should stock up on balls, because Chansey has a awkward catch rate for the balls I have right now. Where is the Pokemon art here? Okay. Ah, finally, great balls. Get 10 of them. We'll just sell some stuff, like the revive we don't need, because we're not using them. Anything else? I'm sure there was something here. Stardust. Mushroom. Cool. Any half-decent balls we can get here, like net balls? Something like that. I tend to use the net balls. I don't use the heal or the nest. I think they're a bit poor compared to other balls. Like, you know, you talk about like net. You talk about net, dive, timer, quick, dusk, and then you're looking at ultra balls, I think, rather than a nest ball. Because you're catching a weak Pokemon like that. Oh, when I was catching Dialga in BDSP, I caught it in a repeat ball because I ran out of ultra balls. Okay. Damn it. Please, let me battle the Pokemon you've raised. Yes, level 70. The best low level. It's one of those, I find it... That's why I was like... When I caught Dialga, I was just laughing about it. I was like, yes, I can see the irony in catching a one-off Pokemon in a repeat ball. Where I was just like, you know, I'm never going to be using this again. I'm thinking Espeon. Personally, I said in the last episode, I'm not... Because of where we're at, you're looking at... There's no point in getting Leafeon. There's no point in getting Glaceon. There's no point in getting... There's no point in getting Flareon because it doesn't get enough good moves compared to the other ones. There's enough water types, so we don't need Vaporeon. So you're looking at Eevee, you're looking at Umbreon, Espeon, and Jolteon as the three I cut it down to. Okay. Of course. Well, that's why I don't need Leafeon. I've got Torterra. I'd rather... I've got Ralts, but I would probably prefer Espeon to having a Gardevoir. Yeah, we'll go with Avril. It's one of those, like, I was thinking of how do we get past Maylene, and I was like, well, we could get stuff like... You know, we've got Staravia, we've got Gyarados, so if I have a Psychic type, I'm basically set. And then I was thinking, oh, I could use, because if I get an Unknown from Solaceon Ruins, I could get a Hippopotas in the Maniac Tunnel, which is a separate realm. And I quite like Hippowdon. I've been using one in BDSP. It's a bulky boy. The only problem is when you're working with a Pokemon like that has like Sandstream or Snow Warning, so it can damage your other Pokemon. It's hard unless you've got a team set around that. Lucario is... For Lucario, that's why I was thinking the ground type, just because I wanted to go in with something that could hit and then one-shot it, because Lucario is not the bulkiest. I thought if I get like a decent dig on him with Hippopotas, I probably could one-shot him. Oh yeah, it is funny that they give close combat to Staraptor. I always try and think I always try to think of how do Pokemon use moves sometimes, like the Ghastly. I got a Ghastly from the Underground. I did it again, didn't I? I did it again. I bought... I went into the mart I bought balls. I did not buy Starsk. You have the right to admonish me and make fun. Me being an idiot. Yeah, I always try and think how do Pokemon use certain moves. Like the Ghastly I got had Ice Punch in BDSP, and I'm like, how can Ghastly use Punch move? I've never saw Ghastly have fists. So, again, we want a Wooper can learn the elemental punches? How? This is what I mean. There's so many problems sometimes with Pokemon. With just like internal logic that don't make sense. Like I'm trying to think of like if you remember the all like the stupid stuff that used to go down with HMs in like the first couple generations, with certain Pokemon not being able to use Fly, but yet others can. It's basically they've always had these problems. I'm just imagining a Wooper trying to use Thunder Punch, and what would it use? Does it use its like tail? Or maybe are those things, are its feet, its hands? And we're just like looking at Wooper the wrong way? Oh, it's only it still doesn't matter though, because it says punch. How can Wooper punch? Jogging's about rhythm. Battling's about rhythm too. Go on then, shoot. What is your question? Primate has a tail, right? I thought he had like a little like pigtail or something. Because Mankey's a pig monkey, isn't he? Mankey has one, yeah. So does he not? I didn't know he lost it. See, all these. Maybe it's just. Maybe he has a tail. It's just in that like puff of fur he has, and we just can't see it. So to use Iron Tail, he just sits on the opponent. I don't know. I think we're gonna go with Carpe Diem here. Oh, come on. I do, because they're not really that useful. Yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah, because the one big... Well... They help with certain normal types, like maybe they help with Giovanni, I guess, with Kangaskhan. But I agree with you, they are quite niche, especially in like, I'm trying to think of the first fighting type you can get in the game, which is Machop, and I'm pretty sure that's quite... Oh no, the first type you can get is Mankey, yeah, because you can get it early on. So I'm trying. It helps in the first gym. I can't say it really helps in the second, because by that point they have like Water Pulse and other moves, and Mankey's not got the greatest special. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of fights that it's really good on. Like it helped you with Kangaskhan with Giovanni, but then you've got stuff like. Is it gonna help? It's gonna help you with Bruno's 2 Onyxes, which it's an Onyx, so you're probably using something better. Did they not? What fighting moves did they have? Like, I'm taking the adult, like, I know karate, was it Karate Chop that was normal type in Generation 1? And then they changed it. Cocaine. Oh, that sucks. So basically you only had submission as a decent fighting move. Because low kick's very conditional. I mean, to be fair, in Generation 1, you're not really... It shows you what I can remember playing Generation 1 and having a Dragonite, and rather than having very powerful moves on my Dragonite, I would have Rat. Because Rat in Generation 1 is... there's a lot of things broken in Generation 1. We can all agree. You know, Rat's broken. Any high crit move. So, any fast Pokemon with a high crit move, something like Slash, can just destroy whole teams. I thought Submission was the one with... I thought Submission was good. I thought it's the one with 80 base power. That's actually very bad. When you can have stuff like in later games like say Karate Chop. I'm trying to think of other moves. I know it's... Does it get cross... I know... Does Primeape get cross chop in Generation 3, I think? Yeah. Yeah, like I said that, yeah. It was a normal move. But it has a high crit rate, so... even if you're probably still running it. And... Say, honey, where'd you come from? What kinds of Pokemon are you with? Yeah, but... Like you say, there was no other Dragon move in Generation 1 apart from Dragon Rage, I'm pretty sure. Which only has a, you know, a set rate. I'd take Body Slam. Yeah, more consistent damage. It's one of those when you could get certain moves on certain Pokemon. Some in that, like I said, Dragonite with Rat it was awful. Because it changes how you play the game. Because you're like, well, I'm just gonna wait for you to like get to low health, and then I'm gonna hit you with a half decent move instead. Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, that's the strategy that I remember using, because Rat was very different in Generation 1 compared to other gens. Now wants to Bite. What is the best pop call here? Tackle, Leah, Charge. Charge is a weird one, because if you could... It depends on if you can gauge it. Like, because Charge could get you a... Nah, I'm going to probably take out Charge. Special Defense doesn't really do much. I'll agree with that though. Gen 2 didn't fix many things. It sort of created its own issues for itself, but it did fix like a few of the issues that games had. Like, it added a lot more consistency. I think Gen 3 is the game probably, which I'm thankful, which was when I came in. You know, the game was probably... Gen 2 did fix a lot of things. It just also created a lot of more issues for itself. I'm one of those who's like, I think Gen 3 was probably when they started thinking about the, you know, battling a lot more and trying to balance things out. You're not supposed to intrude on my time with Sue. Huh? You want to battle with me? I will if I can team with Ty. Because you had like, yeah, I agree. The only problem is with Yeah, they basically just like developed on what they had in Gen 1 and trying to even everything out. The only problem with Gen 2 is like a lot of the Pokemon are just not really. I'm trying to think of a way to put it. You get the occasional Pokemon that's good to use, but a lot of the Pokemon are just in Generation 2. You know, and the ones that are good, you tend to get very late on in the game, like stuff like I think Larvitar you get at Mount Silver, so you need like you need a lot of badges to do that. I'm trying to think of another good example. Hello. Okay. I don't think Ampharos is bad. But it's just like I'm talking about like how in games you can always tend to get like that's one example. I'm not saying it's a after all. I'm just saying like there are there are times which or there's a lack of Pokemon at certain points in Gen 2. Like there's a lot of Pokemon that you just will not use instead of the Generation 1 instead of the Generation 1 Pokemon. Like it even shows when the gym leaders have Generation 1 Pokemon. Like you'd think Bugsy would have a Heracross, but for some reason she has Cypher and Metapod and Kakuna instead of like Ledian and Ariados. You know, you can clearly say that what they wanted to do, like, yeah, 2 level 30 Magnemites. And what's her boss? Is it Steelix as a boss monster? So that's fair. Or like Chuck, you know, yeah. But like Chuck has you had the ability to give him the Hitmons or like Hitmontop, the new fighting type. Oh yeah, I know Magnemite evolves at level 30. I'm just saying like, it's one of those. I think Gen 2 is just I don't know whether they wanted to make like just add on to the Pokemon but didn't believe enough in them. But like look at like is it Bryce? Doesn't he have a seal on his team? There's so many problems like with they could have just changed a few things out, and it shows you they did have memorable gym leaders. Or yeah, why didn't they give her a Skarmory? Why didn't they give her, I don't know, how about something with a bit of bulk? Even something like Fortress would have been interesting. Steel and bug type. No one ever talks about. It could have been a weird Pokemon. Because it's got a lot of resistances apart from that 4 times weakness to fire. But Skarmory is a good option, yeah. I'm trying to think of other ones. Here comes Dawn. Oh no, Barry. No, you're not battling me again.
Hey Alex, I got something cool. I want to show you a special favor. What's this about? I got some seals. I forgot to put them on. Oh right, it's because I was at the ruins. The ruins here are cool. You have to check them out. I found a hidden machine. It was defog. I'll bail you another time. Yeah, but you could go through basically all of the gyms in Johto and change their team. Like, okay, Gym Leader 1, Faulkner. He has a Pidgey and a Pidgeotto. Why has he not got a Hoot and a Noctowl? Don't know. You know, Bugsy, you could have given her a Heracross, you could have given her Ariados and Ledian. It does frustrate me. Scizor, again, Scizor, but for Bugsy, that's a bit too overpowered. I think Heracross is, you know, a boss monster with 4 times weakness sort of balances it out a bit. Instead of having... Yeah. Oh, Yasmin, yeah. The Steel, yeah. That's what I mean, though. Like, you're looking at all these types that people could have, and they're just not used at all. My biggest problem is Morty. Because... Morty, being a ghost gym leader, and there was only 1 new ghost type put into the game. And guess what? Morty doesn't even use it. Let's see what this guy wants. You know, like we've talked about Bugsy. Yeah, I actually don't mind Whitney. Oh yes, yeah, I want him on Furno. Brilliant. No, not happening. Replace the Ghastly. How about you just make better ghost types? Because you've only made 3 of them. You clearly know what you needed to do because you did the same with, like... Oh, it's just frustrating.
like, Whitney's okay. I would have preferred something like a... I understand why she has Clefairy, because the whole gym looks like a Clefairy. So I can't really argue. But I would have liked to see something a bit more... Maybe a Snubble, you know? Because you don't really see Snubble that much. And then you've got Yasmin. You know, I think Yasmin could have done with something like a... It depends on what you want to do, really. Do you want to save some Pokemon for, like, for later? Or for other trainers? It all depends on what they were thinking of doing. It's the same problem. Morty has the same problem as Claire, where they just have a lack of types, or lack of Pokemon in that typing. So they have to go with the same Pokemon over and over again. So, like, every like, Dragon Gym Leader has a Dragonair, unless it's the... Unless your name's Lance and you have 3 inappropriately leveled Dragonites. Coupled with a Sea Serpent, which is not a dragon, a Pterodactyl, which is a dinosaur, and to be fair, I'll give him Charizard, because Charizard is a dragon. It's just unfortunate that it's, you know. Yes, they did. They did. And I actually love... One of my favourite Pokemon is Flygon. The only problem with Generation 3, I think, is... Obviously, you've got the, haha, 10 out of 10 IGN, too much water, but... For me, they added too many legendaries in Generation 3. Where it started getting out... I think that's where the root problem is, where it started getting out of hand. This guy wants to give us Defog. I mean, I'm trying to think of Yeah, I agree with that. But that happened in Gen 2 though, because like Sneasel, you get really late on in the game, and it's just so bad because it's got a hell of a lot of attack. Oh yeah, I can understand that. But it's just the fact that like Gen 2's where it started and they didn't rectify it. So it was more prominent in Gen 3. Okay. You go boom now. I'm gonna be annoyed. Whew. I think it was for certain Pokemon though. I think that the physical, like having moves that was having certain types, sorry, that were physical and special, it hurt some Pokemon. But yeah, I agree with you that it was a lot more prominent in Generation 3. Like, it just ruined so many... I agree with it. It did just ruin so many good Pokemon. Like, trying to think of other ones that, like, that really benefited from it. Like, Absol is a good example. I mean, and who doesn't like Absol? Absol's a cool Pokemon when you look at it. I mean, every dark type, I think, suffers from... technically suffered from the physical special typings in dark, and dark being dark being special. Like, I think what's the guy's name? Sydney in Generation 3? His team sucks because all of his Pokemon are just... Yeah, that's true. I used to love it. I used to love Dodrio with Tri-Attack. It's in Generation 1, especially for Nuzlocke, it's probably one of the best flying types you can get. It's very easy to get because you have a few opportunities to get it. Here's our encounter. I wonder what it is. Is that meant to be a P? Not a P unknown? Let's find out what its typing is, at least. Or we'll not do that. We can suffer. I think it's a P. Or it could be... maybe an R? I want to say P. What we'll do is, doesn't the seal guy give you the certain letter of what the unknown is if you catch it? So we'll see the... my money's on P. Attack again. I think we should be okay with this. Not being even a critical killer. Right, now we'll switch out and go into someone bigger. Yeah, like the question mark, like it doesn't care. I love those ones. It's a pity that you have to get in a lot of games. You have to get a lot of other unknowns before you can get those two. So it's not fighting. Do not be super effective. Great. Please do not be ice. So it could be flying, it could be ice, it could be fire. I'm gonna find out now anyway. So it's not fire. I like the question mark one's probably, that's a good one. I'm trying to think of the others. I like the A one, and it looks like a pylon. When alone, nothing happens. However, if there are two or more, an odd power is said to emerge. And I don't know where this odd power is, because it's a thing that Pokemon keep saying happens and then never does, because I refuse to watch the films as well. I don't know if they tell you in that. Okay, and I'm just going to call it P, because it is P. And if it's not P, I'm going to like an absolute moron. But, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound. I'll gamble on it. I wonder, how does it work in Diamond, Platinum, and Pearl with the unknown? Is it just certain rooms offer certain unknown, or... I know in, not Diamond, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it was dependent on what part of the world you were, what part of the, Ruins of Alpha you were in, and did you unlock the things. Okay, and we'll go into Avril. And in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, if you did like the puzzles in the Ruins of Alpha, I'm pretty sure more of them opened up for you. But I couldn't tell you what it's like in here. Okay, and that's always a good sign. Here's a good question. Is Unknown the worst Nuzlocke Pokemon? I think it is. Because even like Magikarp, even like really weak Pokemon like Magikarp and like Phoebus have potential. Because they have the potential to become Milotic or Gyarados. So you can't really say they're bad. Unknown though, it only has one move. You don't know what that move is until you can, or you can guess it. It's not got a particularly good, like, stats. I'm trying to think, like, is there a worse Pokemon than Unknown to have? I don't think there is. I tend to use them just as fodder in certain battles, with anything. But now we can get Hippopotas from the Maniac Tunnel, so that's good. What's this say? Friendship? Yeah, no, it's not a P. I was wrong. Must be an R then. Well, whoops. All lives to tower? I don't know what that says. Something over touch over lives to create something anew and Alive. I might have got a C in French, but I get a grade A in unknown reading. I don't know what you call that language. Is it just unknown? If you didn't know, the on top of each of those things, on top of each of those like levels we've just gone through, it tells you where you need to go. It says something on the back of on the plate: two make matter and three make spirit, shaping the world. And the odd incense, which thinks boosts psychic types. Okay, now if I have an escape rope, we'll go out and then we'll give that guy we'll give the hiker guy. Yeah, see here? It says top right, lower left, top right, top left, lower right, or lower left, sorry. You talk to this guy, I don't know what he's gonna give me. Just give me a green shard. It's not much, but I'll take it. What we can do now is I'll just take off unknown from the Solaceon. I have a list here of stuff. Yep, Solaceon runes unknown. Done. Okay. I did this first before going into the tower, so I can actually get the I can use defog and get the 2 tags from the top of the. I'll get that item first though. Damn me. I thought I was right with this one. Ah well. I'm just a bit salty that I've, you know, it's an R and not a P. Can't have a go at me though with that. Like the P looks so weird. Like it's got a. I don't know. Okay, so we want to go in here, but we want to go in here with defog and at night. The good thing actually is I'm pretty sure that I don't have to get. I can get Chansey in the daytime, which is still now, so I'm pretty sure I can just try and get Chansey now, which might be a good idea. Might be a bad idea. Might be a good idea though. The problem is Pokemon like Roselia are here, which we don't get because I've got a Bidoof, and we're not doing Dupe's Claws. And to me, when I do Dupe's Claws, it. Oof. Wait, is it when you said a rat? Like, okay, you say you watched somebody doing a randomizer Nuzlocke. Was it Pokemon that were randomized, or was it the gym leaders that were randomized as well, like their Pokemon? Otherwise, you gotta feel sorry for him because he's going against Geodude and Onix with a bunch of bugs. Which, okay. So did he struggle on that first gym? I think the only out there, to be honest, might be with might be Butterfree. Oh, there's actually no, there'd be a few outs depending on what bug type Pokemon he got. Like I'm thinking like Butterfree, Sleep Powder, Confusion because Geodude has pitiful special defense. That's one out. Does Ledian learn any fighting type moves? There might be another out. Although it is 4 times a week, and so is Butterfree. It's one of those now. Do I want to... Is there any Pokemon that I know that can learn Defog apart from my Staravia? So I will just go into it. Oh, I can give it to Glider. Nice. You've already got quite physical defense. We're okay. Okay. Oh yeah, we want to go in at night. I forgot. Want to get the Duskull. So we'll change the time to about, I believe, 8 is the time it is at nighttime. Yep. Probably don't want to have Eevee up for this because it's not got bite yet. And we don't want to be getting cursed, mean looked, missing a couple moves. So we'll use Luxio for this bit, hopefully. And we'll just switch Darwin in for the trainers.
Ah, Ghost, get away, Heek. Help me, team.
Well, I've already talked about like how in Gen 5 I have a that is true. Yeah. No guard KO moves. I feel your pain there. There are a couple one hit moves in this game, which on trainers, early trainers as well. Like I'm pretty sure there's a Goldeen with, is it Drill? No, it's not Drill Peck. Whatever the one hit KO move is with a drill, I'm confident it has it. Like you say, I can understand why you have like no guard Machamp with fissure. Ugh. Ugh. That's just pain. Horn Drill, that was it, yeah. Goldeen learns Horn Drill apparently. And it can just one hit KO you. Like you've got that. There is, I'm pretty sure there's Rhyhorn in there, but I don't know if Rhyhorn has fissure. Or it could have Horn Drill because I'm pretty sure it can learn that. We'll chuck in Nala here. Line type chat up. I like a lot of the designs in Generation 4. There's the odd one that I'm not so keen on. But I do tend to like a lot of them. Like really? What's Sing? 55 accuracy? I know it's low. Aha! Yep, I know. I might have done that when I was younger and might have been an edgy boy with Chatots learning chatter and, you know, saying some edgy things. I'll be upfront with you. I got thrown in what was it? No, it was because I used to go to like a both my parents work, so I went into like a holiday club and got and then got put on like the naughty chair or something, or in the corner or whatever that it is in the holiday club for you know, using Chatot's chatter to record a message with some colourful words, some colourful language. Bear in mind, I was about, it's a long time ago. I would have still been in primary school. Revy, Chesto. Ooh, only 2. Well, Nala, you're gonna have to sit this one out, I guess. Okay, now we're going to get rid of the worst HM. Oh, we're going to use the worst HM in the game to get rid of one stupid buff. No one likes fog in these games, and I completely understand why. It just makes battles like annoying, because if you didn't know, what fog does is it reduces the accuracy of all of your Pokemon. So each time, like, there is a chance, even if it's 100% move, you're just dropping, and if it's not 100%, it's going down even further.
my Pokemon were taken from me, Team Galactic did it. Ever since I've never forgiven their faces.
The swamp and the snow, I don't mind the snow as much because like, they're time consuming, but they're not directly annoying like the fog is. Like, if you don't have defog here, you can lose Pokemon very unfortunately if you don't play it. You can just be done by bad RNG. The amount of HMs I agree with, because don't you need, like, to get to the Spear Pillar, you need what? I think you need not Waterfall and Surf, you need Rock Smash, Rock Climb, Strength. Oh yeah, you do need Surf. You need Surf to get across to actually get there. So you need 4 HMs. Bearing in mind, I'm pretty sure there's a Waterfall section in there, so if you need to come back to do a certain bit with Waterfall. Well, yeah, but you're probably using Fly to get there. This is stupid by me, by the way. I wasn't paying attention, so I could have died then. That'd have been stupid, losing a good Pokemon like Eevee. Go to Avril. I always did like that bit. It always made me laugh how if you do the like if you catch Dialga or Palkia or go to the Spear Pillar when that event, like you know, that bit in the story and it shows the whole like Sinnoh region with like the weird light effects of like those green, red and blue lights in the sky from emitting from like when Dialga and Palkia come out. If you go to do it on a Friday, you can see the Drifloon from the Valley Windworks that's there, and I always find that funny. I'm just like, ha, Drifloon. We'll go Carpe Diem for this bit. It's a Ghastly, we've caught one. I gave up on Rotom for it. I think Dusclops over Rotom is a better call. Especially when you can't get Rotom's better forms in this game. Unless you had like an event, I'm pretty confident of that. Okay, and now we'll heal the boy up. I can't explain it, but being here compels me to battle. Like, I'm trying to think. Dusclops, although I can't get Dusk Noir because I'm an idiot and didn't put on trade evolutions because I'm clever like that. Okay. Knew you had something. I was like, I'm sure. In the back of my mind, I was like, this Pikachu has something that I can't remember. I do like Rotom as a Pokemon though. It used to be an no, Dusk Noir is traded with Reaper Cloth. I'm pretty confident. Whereas I think you're thinking of Duskstone, which is Murkrow into Haunchcrow, and Misdreavus into Miss Magius. I feel sorry for Dusk Noir though because it's like. I think it has a problem of being one of those Pokemon that if you Gen 5 onwards, if you stick an Eviolite on it, on its predecessor, that it's just better. Like, right, it happens with Dusclops with Eviolite is probably better than Dusknoir. Yeah, it is very bulky, but Dusclops is bulkier. Yeah, and then you've got, it happens with Rhydon over Rhyperior. Where people would rather stick an Eviolite on the pre-evolution. I think, like, I'm trying to think of another Pokemon it happens to, though, that I'd do it to. Oh, I used to do it with Porygon 2. Because when you get Porygon Z, what happens is it gets its attack, and I believe its speed. It's a Chansey, yeah. Chansey is another good shout. I believe with Porygon 2, Porygon 2 is a bit more overall well-rounded than Porygon Z, where Porygon Z is a bit more of a glass cannon, where it's got its attacks increased, its speed increased, but its defenses are lower than Porygon 2's. So people use Porygon 2 with the Eviolite just to basically have a well-rounded Pokemon that's even more bulky. Back when I used to play a bit of competitive, which would have been around Gen 6. It was still, like you say, I remember a lot of the weird strategies people would use with Eviolite to get around. Or to use certain Pokemon and just buff their stats a bit more so they could do something else. I used to use Rotom Wash then. It used to be called Washington. Because I'm not, as I see now, I'm not inventive with names. And also, Rotom Wash is the best. Rotom. No argument, it's just the best. You can have an opinion, you'd be wrong. If Rotom Wash is just the best Rotom you can get. I think it's only super effective to grass, and it's fairly good. Fairly good with bulk, sorry. Paralyze, heal. I'm trying to remember the days back to when I used to have the competitive team. What I used to have a Snorlax. I used to have what am I doing here? Sorry, force of habit. It's because of the, like, I'm thinking that they should have like my Poketch or it should be in my bag to use Defogger instead of actually just going into my Pokemon and being like, yep, here it is. This battle with the two farmers here could be awkward, so I might avoid it. I need to shake off my sorrow. Please battle with me. I think one's got I think they both got. It's either one's got a Ponyta, one's got a Rapidash, or that might be on the next route. I'm just remembering what I did when I played the game. Like I said, the only trainers I'm going to look up are the gym leaders and the Elite Four. They're the big battles with level caps. And everything else is going off memory. Probably why that Barry fight was a bit, for a little bit. Okay. I agree that, yeah, Dusknoir and Dusclops just have pitiful HP. It's a bit like Chansey, though, where Chansey's got good HP, good special defense, but if it gets hit with, you know, any fighting or any physical move, it tends to struggle. Which is great in Nuzlocke because you can just base, you know, as long as you know what you're going against, like, especially if it's a very special team, you can just chuck out Blissey and then, you're not going to get one shot because, you know, your Blissey is so tanky special defense. I'm pretty sure Blissey's so tanky that it can survive mostly. As long as you're within, like, close to the levels of the Pokemon you're facing, it can take, I think, any special move. Like, I've saw it take a Drizzle boosted water spout from Kyogre, and it survived with, I think, about just over a quarter of its HP, which just shows you how powerful or how bulky Blissey is in that department. I don't know what this guy has. This could be interesting. Well, yeah. You know, soft-boiled refreshes there to get rid of stats conditions. Egg bomb isn't move, but yeah, that's true. Just only have pain split. Not all Pokemon were created equally, unfortunately. I can't embarrass myself again, not in front of my girlfriend. I don't want to look bad again, not when my boyfriend is watching. Aww, young love. Murkrow Mischievous, okay. I knew there was a reason I wanted to go double Intimidators in this one battle, because I was like, there's something ominous about these that I remember. I think I've lost Pokemon to this battle, just because you can have Murkrow, who is... You know, Murkrow is actually a decent Pokemon, because it was meant to be a singular Pokemon, so it's got decent stats on its own, and then it got the evolution later. So you can see where the problem, like, how powerful Murkrow is. And I love Haunchcrow as a design. I've got a Haunchcrow in BDSP, and I love it. I think it's brilliant. It's a bit slow sometimes, but I really like the design and I like the Pokemon. It's just unfortunate in BDSP you get the stones unless you farm for them late. I think there's only one plus stone. There might be two. That you can get. Okay, and again. Yeah, you do, but that's they're very random, the stones, so you have to grind to get them. There are some stones in certain places, like that are in the overworld. Like I'm pretty sure you get a Thunderstone in Sunyshore. You get a shiny stone in Iron Island, and you get one of them, but most of, like, if you need other, you know, you're going for the Pokedex, so say like shiny stone in Platinum, you need the shiny stone for Roserade and Togekiss. You need like the Dust Stone for Murkrow, Mischievous. You need Dawn Stones for like Snorunt and Curlier to evolve. So the underground's there, but it's not a consistent strategy to get stones, because you don't know what stone you're getting. So you're farming for quite a bit, because I think stones are a rare drop anyway. So you will be farming for a while to actually get those stones. Okay. I've done that one. I want to do this one as well and just get into it. Golbat. We need to be wary here because that is an awkward Pokemon. Yeah, you do, but you can only get certain ones in Heart Gold and Soul Silver before the end of the game. So I'm pretty confident that you can't get Togekiss until you've beaten Lance. Which I would have liked to see a few more of the new evolutions they had in Gen 4 in Soul Silver. Like, I'm pretty confident you can get Mamoswine before Claire, as long as you've had a Piloswine, and then you have a, is it Shards or a Heart Scale? You go to that bloke, but remember to use Ancient Power, or like things like Togekiss, stuff like you can get Magnezone. Yeah, exactly. Magnezone via trading. I'm talking about in the game without trading. You know, because there's, you get Magneton, but there is no magnetic area, so you cannot use Magnezone. I mean, to be fair, they could have just used the power plant in that game, which would have made sense, magnets and stuff. Is there any other place that it could have been? Because I know they always tend to have some magnetic place for Probopass and Magnezone. in, I think it's, what is it? It's Mount Cornet here. It's Chargestone Cave in Generation 5. In Generation 6, it's... Oh, I can't remember its name. I'm pretty sure it's the one where you get... Yeah, in Heart Gold and Soul Silver you have to trade. But that's the problem. That's what I'm saying. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I wish they would have made it more accessible to get these later evolutions. Like, you can get... I think you can get Tangrowth, Mamoswine, and still, these are really late evolution. Like, you get them really late on, so you're talking like 7th, 8th gym. I wish you would have... they would have... What am I doing? I said I was going to do the... Here. Okay. Let's suffer. Yeah, but it makes no difference where we are. Have you your Pokemon with you? I reckon you want to battle. My Pokemon is a lively one. Let me show you how much. Yeah, that's the problem. I wish they would have made them more accessible to get. Because it's not like they weren't opposed to doing that. With other games, like, you know, they even added the Safari Zone so you could get Larvitar earlier. Because Larvitar's in the... and some other Pokemon as well. Trade evolutions are just a concept. I understand why they do them. It's to make money. They want you to... The only reason the trade evolutions are in a game is so you have to buy both games, or know someone who has a game. But more likely you're going to get both games to get both of them. It's unfortunate, but, you know, companies need to make money. Well, you know, you're saying Pokemon doesn't need more money. The people who make Pokemon want all the money they can, all the money they can get. So they're thinking, well, it's a good idea to make more money for us. So it's one of those, and they've always done it, so they're not going to change. I think we should get rid of Tackle. Let's go with Bite. Actually, no. Go with Dragon Rage. We don't want to... go with Bite. Doesn't matter. I'll be honest. I sort of like it. I know like you saying Malamar is the stupidest evolution you've seen. I sort of like the idea. I was like, oh, cool. I tip the screen over. It's evolving. It's dumb. I agree with you. It's stupid, but I like stupid sometimes. I mean, what I always thought was a bit weird was like, in Generation 2 you have two evolutions that one happens in the day and one happens at night. Isn't it interesting that it's almost like we don't have two stones for that? You know, like, it's not like we made the Sunstone in Generation 2 that you could have used for Espeon, and because you've already given the other stones to other evolutions in the past. But no, we'll make them happiness. It makes no sense that Umbreon and Espeon are happiness grinding rather than Moonstone and Sunstone, when they literally went back to it in Gen 4 with Glaceon and Leafeon, with like Moss Stones, and then reverted when they realized, oh, we're not going to do that mechanic anymore. Like with the Moss and Icy Stone. They changed it. Like, oh, we'll make an Ice Stone and we'll give you the Leaf Stone. It made no sense to me, and it was a dumb move. Like, even Sylveon now. Is Sylveon? How do you evolve Sylveon in the later games? Yeah. They should have just been Stone evolutions, and it would have made more sense to me. Like, you could have had Umbreon, Moonstone. I'm trying to think now. Duskull is a bulky boy, so we'd be able to take this. Yeah, they should have had Umbreon Moonstone, Espeon Sunstone, and then Sylveon could have been any of the other stones you made. Like, like even thinking into Gen 4, you could have made the Dawnstone Glaceon because it looks blue, and Sylveon's around that color, and you've already given it a nice type in Frostlass. So you're not breaking new ground. And then you could have given like the shiny stone to Sylveon. The leaf stone is obviously Leafeon because, you know, I'm not stupid. Sometimes the evolution stuff does annoy me because depending on, like, say, certain games, you can't get certain Pokemon. Like, say, Magnezone and Probopass in Soul Silver and Heart Gold. That's annoying. I actually... I don't mind the method. I'm just saying it makes more sense to give them the stones for Glaceon and Leafeon. Like, Eevee was a Pokemon who evolved by different evolution stones. You literally have a leaf stone and a stone that, you know, oh, we've made this new stone. It might be interesting to put them on, you know. I thought, you know, it just makes more sense to me. Well, exactly. It took them till Gen 7 to make an ice stone. I don't even think they needed to make... God damn it. Ah. And that is why you play around your crits. Okay, that's on me. I should have actually done the math though. I didn't want to. I was thinking of waking Nala up, but yeah. It doesn't matter. We'll get... So we can get Duskull and Chansey from outside. It depends on which one I'm thinking of one, because although Chansey is somewhat broken, or it can be broken. It can be broken. I sort of want Dusclops, but since I know I'm not going to get the full Dusclops, I'd rather just go with the Blissey. The problem with that is I am not smart enough to use Blissey effectively. Because I can get both of them at night, but you can only get Chansey in the day or morning. So it's one of those. Oh, I forgot the item though, did I? Oval Stone. That's the thing you use to get Happiny to Chansey, I think. What's up, Duskull? How we doing, buddy? Killed one of your brothers upstairs. Or sisters. Unfortunately, you will not be with us this run, I don't think. Because I'm pretty confident I'm going to go for the Chansey. Because there are a lot of other Pokemon that can learn Ghost-type moves. For instance, Espeon, which gets on the back of evolutions. It's... With going with the actual Leafeon and Glaceon, you know, getting them to be leveling them up in a specific location, I don't find it I don't find it to be a bad thing. I just find it tedious because you have to travel to that location, and both of the one is in Eterna Forest. Oh, I think I usually do 2.5 hours. I might be leaving a bit early because I have something to do. So hopefully we got to Solaceon Town. Maybe I said I want to get to Veilstone. I want to get the encounter here first, and we'll see where we go from there. So we'll change this to the day. We'll go in and out. And we'll try and get that Eevee. Not Eevee, Chansey. I'll take the Lost Tower off now. Only problem is we've got to watch out for stuff like Staravia. With Intimidate. And we have to watch out for... Oh, wait. Perfect time to use Nala. Yeah. I've been bigging up that Fantina, being the third gym leader, is an absolute tank of a third gym leader. Like, it is a run killer gym in Platinum. Like, that's why I was, like, being like, when I did no deaths, which is on, like, the last episode, and you can check that out on YouTube, on the YouTube channel, I was very proud of, you know, not losing anybody to Fantina. And then I reminded myself, you lost stuff to Gardenia, shut up. You don't deserve any praise. Raw could be interesting. It's a bit like Whirlwind in the way that you can actually switch the opponent's Pokemon out with the AI, which is actually a better move than you'd think it would be. Okay, and let's go Chansey finding. We want to get Chansey here before we go into the next route, because of there's another Pokemon I want in the next route that potentially we won't be able to get later on. I could use Nala again, but I'm pretty sure this guy has Headbutt and I didn't heal Nala up, so it is what it is. I actually don't mind it. I actually prefer it in Platinum to what it is in Diamond and Pearl with the actual layout of the third, you know, the third, fourth, fifth gym leaders. Like, it's a bit weird that Fantina basically tells you to screw off until you get good scrub. Because gym leaders are meant to change their teams depending on when you meet them. Like, you know, so, you know, Brock. I don't know. I'm one of those where it's like a bit of realism where, like, Brock will choose his, like, he'll have a weak team and he'll have a stronger team, depending on, you know, when you face them. I quite like the idea, which is why I'm happy they switched it up, because, you know, it made Fantina seem a bit like a dick. That she's like, nah, you're not good enough, get better. What do we want to give you? The magnet. Well, I'd love to give you the magnet, but I don't have it. I think we're going to have to give you the... Oh, I'd love something like that. That'd be fantastic. You know, something like, well, wasn't it Pokemon RPG, which had, like... It was Fire Red from when I saw it. It was a long time ago. But it used to be, like, it opened the game up a lot more, so you could actually go your own path. I'm pretty sure you still started in Pallet Town, but I'm pretty sure once, like, you could go a lot different. You could go a few different ways to actually playing the game. Like, you were playing it, like, as a random trainer. It's just that they put it in Pallet Town. But it's been a long time since I've seen that game, and it's probably... Is it like that? I've heard of Crystal Clear. I saw a couple people play it. It probably still exists somewhere. It's on the internet. If something, you know, that's the one rule of the internet. If something exists, it's always going to be there. On the internet, at least. You know, once something's there, it's up. Yeah, Headbutt. That's why I was a bit worried. B-Barrel, I always get told for a Nuzlocke is a decent Pokemon, but I've never saw the use in it in this game. I mean, it evolves early, but it doesn't help you with the second gym. It doesn't help you with it doesn't help you particularly in the third gym, even though it's a ghost type, because Miss Magius has Magical Leaf, so you're dealing with that, which basically means it's still going to get one shot. In the 4th gym, it doesn't help. In the 5th gym, I guess it helps, but by that point, you're reaching the later game when you've probably got better Pokemon. That's interesting. The fact that in Crystal Clay you can choose for different locations and you get different. I like that. That's an interesting idea for a Pokemon game. I'll have a look at what Chansey's spawn rate is in this route. It's route 210, right? I think. Is it Route 210 or is it Route 29? I always forget. Yeah, Route 210's the big one where you can get like Swablu and other stuff. That's on me. Okay, so Nala, we need to heal up again. But at least I'm getting levels on Nala. And so, hey, and someone said that Nala was criminally underleveled. I'm only using Nala for that Floatzel with Crash Awakes. Apart from that, I don't think I'll use it very much. There's routes. We're looking for a male one because I like Gallade, and I've never used one. Well, not in a Nuzlocke anyway. I always like to see what Pokemon you can get, or new Pokemon you can have you can use in Nuzlocke and see how good they are. That's the fun bit about Pokemon and playing Nuzlocke. You use Pokemon you tend to not use. You know, of course you have your Pokemon that you get in every single run, like your Magikarps, your starting Pokemon. They tend to last you. Just have a look at what Chansey's rate is. It's 5%, so strap in. Brilliant. Love when that happens. Come on. Come on. Give us the egg boy. There is the egg boy. Or egg girl. So, I'm pretty sure Quick Attack probably won't kill. He'll get it down. Okay, we're in crit range, and Chansey's got a very awkward capture rate, so I might go into something like... I should have thought this out a bit better and took out status Pokemon. I'm trying to think of an idea of how to whittle it down a bit. Because Darwin has got adaptability, Quick Attack's can hit hard. Like, what's Darwin's attack compared to 33? I think I might go into Gligar. Maybe Knockoff. Oh, it has Quick Attack as well. I just don't want to kill it and crit it. Nah, Knockoff. Knockoff was 20. It got boosted, I think, in one of the later games. I don't really need the Oval Stone. We've already got one, and plus, I don't need it because I'm not leveling up a Happiny. We'll keep knocking off until we can get it late. Hopefully, it doesn't soft boil or soft boil us. I like Chansey. It's a niche Pokemon to use. Yeah, Knockoff got buffed in Gems. Well, it's because it became competitive. It's the same with something like later on with Leech Life, how it used to be a 20 base power move and then it got shot to 80. And oh, damn it, Chansey. You had one job, not to use one particular move that I do not want you to use. Okay. Now I think a Quick Attack crit will kill. I won't know. I've not been in the competitive scene in years, so I couldn't say how good knockoff is now. And we've all after looking through Sword and Shield and looking at the all of the different since it's got double slap, we may as well intimidate it a bit and get off all those defense debuffs. Damn, that is powerful actually. I only thought it was 65 base. I didn't know about the added effect. I don't know. Sometimes them like that move seems very competitively good, and that's why they give it that. I like moves like I don't know. I when they give like bulldoze news needed at Generation 5, moves like trying to think what the move was called. Venoshock. When they made Venoshock a poison move that did double damage if it was poisoned, if the Pokemon you were facing was poisoned, I thought that was a great idea for a move. Well, I can see how that does a lot of damage and is very useful to have. There we go, we got Chansey. I'm a bit annoyed about the Duskull, but I don't think I was going to use it in a lot of cases unless I needed to and I got strapped. What do I want to call Chansey? Because I called Togepi excellent. Yes. What do I want to call Chansey? Chansey's nickname. You're welcome to surprise me with names. I'm just thinking. I mean, I'm not really inventive. All I'm thinking right now is, do not call it Joy. Do not call it Joy. It's just because I'm so used to the Chansey being... same. I think we all do. You know what? It's obvious, but it works. I'm gonna call it Joy. Because it is the joy. It's the joy of me catching it, and it's the joy of this, little playthrough. Maybe it's gonna be useful. Who knows? There's a couple items I want to get here, which I should get before I forget. Which is, one is here, which I think I need the bike to do. I always forget with the bike, it's very awkward to do it on Damn it, I thought I could do it. It's one of those we need a run up. I used to hate this in the... There we go. In the worst one for stuff like this was in Emerald, where you had the Mirage Tower. With what you... Because they had the cracked floor. So what you needed to do was run across the thing very quickly. Run across the floor very quickly before the broke under you and you fell down. It was very forgiving, but also just annoying to do. It's the place where you get the... I believe I can never remember. It's the Claw Fossil because Anorith. And then there's something... I can never remember the other fossil for Lily. But you get one of them, and I think you get the other one later on after you complete the game. But Mirage Tower was a weird thing. Obviously, they took the idea and ran with it in Alpha Sapphire, and they ran with it a bit more in Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby with having Mirage Island, which already was a thing. But, you know, I guess it's just they advanced on that idea. I could get Steel Wing, but I'm trying to think of a good use for Steel Wing at this moment. Okay. Now that Luxray, oh sorry, Luxio is healed up, or is at a competent level, I'll take Glider out and I'll put Excellent in. And maybe we can start leveling up Excellent. And put levels on there's Joy. What's Joy got? Jolly. What's Jolly? Jolly is speed up, special attack down. So that's probably one of the worst things I could have got for Chansey. And it's got natural cure, which isn't bad. But I think if you're asking what Chansey do you want, I'm pretty sure you'd want Serene Grace. With a move like a better move. I'm trying to think of a good move right now. We don't really care about when Excellent evolves, because a lot of the moves it gets, like, or the big moves it'll get, like Slash, Extreme Speed, they are all, I'm pretty confident anyway, they are all, like, you have to go to get into the heart scale or the shards to actually get them, to relearn the moves. Okay, Route 210. We didn't get the Ponyta last time. There's a chance of getting Cypher here, but because we can't get Scizor, I think we're going to go with getting Ponyta. There is a chance of getting Chansey here, but, you know, I think Ponyta, just for the Fire type chance, is good. It is 35 here. I'm trying to look if there's anything else that we need. So I think we're going to go and try and run into a Ponyta here. Yeah, finally get a Fire type, which I think that'll be our first in the game. And we'll hopefully try and get through this route. Maybe we'll do... I think what we'll do is we'll get through this route and we might call it a day. Just because, like I say, hope we didn't get to Veilstone today, but I do have something I need to do that's quite urgent. Do you want to go for the grass to take on this dude first? I think we want to take on this dude first. My Pokemon toughened up while working on the ranch. I'm right proud of it. Game Ponyta. Go into Carpe Diem. I mean, there's a 35% chance of getting Ponyta compared to a 5% chance of getting Cypher at daytime when it's 15 and 25 in the morning, so I think I want to go for that. Cypher's a good Pokemon to have, but because I can't get Scizor, which is my fault, so there's not really much point to actually getting Cypher. It's still a good Pokemon on its own, much like I've been talking about Murkrow. It's got decent stats because it originally was a one, you know, on its own as a Pokemon. Do not burn me. Do not get Flame Body. Do not pass go and do not collect $200. I can never remember what they think you call him, like what the money's called a monopoly. Maybe is it like it might be situational because it's monopolies are they change depending on what country you're in. Nice. I think the first move that Togetic actually gets that might be good is when it's like level 33. It learns Ancient Power. There's the Ponyta we want. That's always good. Okay, now this thing has what? Stomp, Flame Wheel, other stuff. Let's start off with a quick attack and work from there. Yep. Okay, so a critical kill here. I probably should have kept on Glider, but who cares? We shall go into Carpe Diem to try and... I mean, we have to go for the strategy of just chucking balls at it at this point, which is unfortunate, but it works, and I don't think Ponyta's too hard to get. We'll waste these Pokeballs up. Now we've got great balls. So close. So close. In and 1, 2, do it. Oh, stop teasing me, Ponyta, and getting the ball. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. There we go. Got the Ponyta. Just take that off my little thing. Ponyta, the fire horse Pokemon. As a newborn, it can barely stand. However, through galloping, its legs are made tougher and faster. Strange question. I've saw people in the Pokemon world ride Ponyta. How did they do that? Because its back's on fire. What do I call you? That's interesting. Ponyta. Ponyta. And you're a girl, so, I don't know, I can't seem inventive with nicknames. I'm trying to think of, like, Cole nicknames, like, Cole, like, there's loads of ones for, like, boys. Sorry about that. That was just that thing I've got to get for telling me how much time I've got left. So we'll go for about an extra, 5-10 minutes, and we'll see. Then we'll have to stop. So what do we want to call this? I don't know. I'm just gonna call it Epona because I'm lazy and stuff, and I'll name it something else later. I apologize for my stupidity, and I've probably spelled Epona wrong there now thinking about it. But it doesn't matter. Anyway, let's go up here. Do you want to heal up? I think these two have got baby Pokemon, but I'm not confident that they have. I know there's a couple breeders around here. So let's go with Nala, because we don't want to level up Avril and Carpe Diem too much.
Yay, we're gonna battle with lots of Pokemon. Yay, we're moving. We're all going to battle.
Yeah, what I'll do now is I'll clean out this route. Maybe if I have time, I'll do the inn. We'll get some Moo Moo Milk. And I'll call it a day there. Just a nice couple of routes. What I was hoping to do was get to Veilstone, but obviously that's not happened. Apologies. Probably because I'm slow and I keep forgetting to go to the center. Also, go to the mart to actually buy stuff. Gang up on the Clefairy. Should kill. Burn the first Clefairy, to be fair. Oh. Well, that is a move. Fortunately, I have a quick attack, and Bite's a thing. Getting rid of Clefairy. Again, going for the slam. And quick attack, hopefully no static. Damn. Always hate the static. Always hate the static. Good levels though. Yep, you tried together but lost anyway because you can't beat my team of big, beautiful, bouncing boys and girl. You know, Nala, excellent, Avril. We've got quite a balanced team actually. Now thinking about it. We'll take on this breeder. What'd you have to say, buddy? Hey, check this out. Look at the luster of my Pokemon's fur. What is luster? Does that mean like shininess? Feel? Oh, I love Elekid. We didn't know Elekid actually generates electricity by moving his arms around in circles. Oh, okay, okay. Calm down, son. I like you, but you're not killing my Eevee. Okay. Level 10, we like to see. Sweet Kiss, okay move. Bit of a bad accuracy. Happiny, I don't actually know what Happiny would do. I know people farm them in certain games because they're beefy. Does that mean you're gonna follow? You're gonna use quick attack? Do not crit and kill me, I swear. Thank you, the fact that you have pitiful attack. I'll take the EXP though. Here we go. I did get a good look at your Pokemon. They are beautiful bouncing babies, and I wish you all the best with them. Unfortunately, they're not the best for battling, so, you know, gotta get those boys up. Okay. We'll heal up. Darwin. Take on this girl here, which makes a breeder as well.
I'm a rookie breeder, but I'll do my very best.
Yeah, in the next route, we're probably looking at, it's wet, isn't it? So we're probably looking at Merle. Do something a bit different. If I can't think of anything else. Catch. I've not got that route actually wrote down. I usually do my... like, looking at what I need to get beforehand. Do not burn. My boy. Do not get flame-bodied if it has it. I can't remember if it does. Something about it is telling me it does. Well, who cares? It didn't give me it. I didn't get it. Okay, and we got Togepi. Togepi's a weird one because it has metronome. Or at this point, it shouldn't have. Encore, one of the most broken moves in Nuzlocke if you know how to use it in the right way. Because if you know when a Pokemon is going to use a move, like if I had a Pokemon with Encore against Miss Magius, I'd use Encore when I know he's going to go for Confuse Ray, and then I gamble. I don't know if Encore ends. Whoops, this is on me. I'll show you how I totally bonded with my daughter. I can get away with slacking.
I can get off with slacking off if I have my Pokemon out.
Right, we'll finish this route and then we'll end by buying some Moo Milk. And this will be the big battle. Just gotta be careful that we don't get done in by Ponyta and Rapidash. An early Rapidash here is actually quite intimidating. No pun intended, I've just used Intimidate, and I'm about to use it twice more. Yeah, we'll finish up with this battle, and maybe the... Actually, no, we'll finish up with the Jogger, and then we'll finish. You know, we got a bit done. We sadly didn't catch a Duskull. No one's died, that's always good. Hopefully this will not hurt. Yep, that hurt as much as I thought it would. This will hurt a little bit. Okay, now we go for the Dragon Rage and Pluck because we want the Rapidash out of here. That's going to hurt a bit more. There's the big one out of the way. Good to see Excellent getting those levels. You know, we got a couple of good Pokemon here. And then just the same again. Good. And then next time what we'll do is we shall do Route 215, maybe do a bit of Route 214 if we need the levels, and we'll take on the, here we go, nice move, Yawn. So it's 2 turns, which is unfortunate. We get rid of Growl because Charm is a much better move.
Turn and Charm Power couldn't get the job done.
Oh, well, that would have been the bloke, probably, actually. We'll, heal up. Oh, we don't really need to heal up anybody. What I'll do is I'll change the time to get it to morning. And we shall just do this last battle and we'll call it a day. So we've got this guy here. And we'll get Roost and call it a day. Oh, I know why. It's because of I need to go in and out of the route. That's on me. There we go. And now... There we go.
I'm warmed up and limber. I'm okay to battle.
Okay, last battle. Here we go. It's got 1 Pokemon, which is quite nice. And it's a Pikachu. Even better. I don't think a Thunder Shock would crit me here. A Thunder Shock crit will kill me. When does Pikachu learn Thunderbolt, actually? That'd be good to know. Okay. Doesn't matter. Adaptability is so much better than Runaway. It gives you that just, you know, it makes a lot of 3-hit KOs become 2-hit KOs, which is just so much better when training up Eevee. Anyway, that's the last battle, a bit preemptive, but let's get Roost. Okay, and then we got Roost. As all, you know, good TM to have. Maybe stick it on Staravia. But anyway, I think that's going to be the end of the episode. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. People on Twitch. This gets archived to YouTube. Mr. Stream. Make sure you go. Make sure you go do. You know, you go check that out. Link in description below. People on YouTube. All these get streamed live to Twitch. You want to interact like I have been doing today. And you want to watch live, you can do that. Link in every description I have. And thank you guys both for watching. And bye-bye.